Testing. Oh, nope. I can't hear.
Testing. Oh, wait, sorry. Your number. Yep.
Am I? Yep. Now I'm on.
There you go. That's yours.
Everyone taking a piss?
Yep.
Maybe.
If you haven't taken a piss yet, you're going to regret it.
I've got to go waters as well. Damn.
Yeah, I'm thirsty and I need a piss. I'm fucked.
Well, this is going to be an interesting podcast.
In 5, 4, 3,
5, 4,
1.
3,
In
2.
Gaussian blur.
Ichi ni
Ichi.
Wait, you've been learning
Ni hao.
Japanese. Say something in Japanese, Limon.
Boku no namae wa Limon desu.
What did you just say?
My name is Limon.
Now say it in French. Je
Je m'appelle
Limon.
Limon.
Because your name's already French.
Limon.
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 Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the Between the Frames podcast,
Yes,
where we
welcome
just
back.
talk infinite shit.
Infinite. You want a little bit of shit, go to our YouTube, but you want infinite? Come here.
You come to the right place.
This is the correct place for infinite shit.
It's good actually just to relax for a bit and just do a podcast because we've been under the pump lately.
Yeah.
Just
Dude, I'm looking
making
at you
stuff.
right now and you just Northborders merch all out.
I'm northed out.
Yeah.
You got the Northborders hat.
We're all technically wearing our merch.
Yep.
You got the Creative Juices one.
Fucking hell, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awesome.
It's good.
I'm
Yeah.
happy we got it done. Like, it took us a while, like Mike was saying, and it's been fucking stressful. Like trying to just build a website, trying to design the merch, actually get it made. I don't know how the fuck you got that hat made. That looks fucking awesome.
Dude, I feel like I'm at like a race event and I'm barracking for my team or something. You know, like people like dress out, like they're full kitted out with scarves and hats and
No, it's like-
sunnies
it's
and
a
bum
HSV.
bags. Yeah, the HSV people, the Holden people. Yeah, or even people that really love Ferraris but can't afford one.
Yeah.
They just decked out Ferrari shit.
That's always the case, hey? That's so
Yeah,
funny.
anyway, I feel like one of those guys, but I'm really happy with it all because it's like, especially when we're not actually professional in any of these areas, like making website or designing merch and stuff like that. But we're just like, yep, have an idea and then make it come to life with a few help from other people and stuff, obviously like CK and Daniel and stuff. But yeah, it's like, what?
Daniels.
Both
That's
Daniels. We have three mates that are actually called Daniel and they all were into 4x4ing.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
One is
Oh, yeah.
Custom Promotions
Yeah.
Daniel and 4x4 fucking owners
I
club.
always
Pilot Owners
forget
Club.
about one because like I always just think of him as Wounds.
Yeah,
That's
no,
his Instagram
Wounds.
name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
I
funny
just
way to
refer to him
pronounce
as
it.
one. I never say like Daniel.
I know, yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, so it's good actually like to have this stress actually. It makes me feel like I'm back working a full-time job. Because remember when I used to work a full-time job and also have to juggle YouTube, it was actually really good to get work done because I would like have my dedicated hours that I needed to do work for. And if I completed my work during the day at work, then I would be able to work on my YouTube stuff as well and then go home and continue working on it, like make a new video or be editing and stuff. That's what I feel like right now is like I felt like I was doing more work back then because I was technically working like two jobs, my own shit and then working for someone else.
Yeah.
But when I slowed down working for someone else, then it was like, oh, like I'm still making my own stuff and getting stuff done, but it doesn't feel as productive because I'm not working as long of hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I completely get it.
Yeah.
But when you were working full time, how much of that time were you actually working?
Bro, I can say it now because I quit, but fuck me, like I barely did any work actually of what I was supposed to be doing. I just like flicked back onto a tab that looked like I was doing work.
Got a Lightroom and then
Yeah, flick back to the photos that I was supposed to be editing for them. I used to work for a car dealership. Anyone doesn't know, but yeah, I'd flick back to the cars, and then when the boss would walk away, fucking flick back to editing my YouTube videos or my own photos and stuff.
I remember that was pretty funny.
But like just getting like I was just literally just doing the bare fucking minimum of amount of work.
dude, I don't know, like, do people who work full time actually spend the whole fucking day working?
No fucking dude. Think
No
about it this way.
way.
You know how when I bought, it was different for you because you bought your car brand new from Subaru and they treated you like a fucking god.
Yeah.
Because they're like selling a brand new car,
Yeah.
right? So they just like got a mad markup on that, right?
Yeah.
But when I'm buying it from an actual car dealership and I bought mine secondhand, dude, they didn't give a fuck about me. After 5:30 p.m, nothing got done. Like they wouldn't get back to me. Like after 5:30, it's like, oh, sorry, mate. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Actually, it's not my money. I don't get any of this money from this sale or whatever. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about you, basically. So I totally get it. Like, and I felt the same way. I treated people exactly the same when I was working back in my old job. And that's just because I just didn't care because it just wasn't my shit, which is like really selfish at the same time. But I just wasn't interested because I was like, I'm not really, this is like not part of my job requirement. So why do I care?
Yeah, it's like, am I getting paid? Like, it's as simple as, am I getting paid to do this? If no, I'm not fucking doing it. Which is like probably not the best mentality, but
it's also kind of fair enough because it's like, I totally get that. If it's like, this is not up to my pay grade, so why the fuck should I care? It's the manager's problem. That's why he's the manager, because he's supposed to manage this shit, not me. But whatever, we're done with all that shit now. But this is what it feels like now when I work on a website and I'm designing merch and I'm still creating YouTube videos, and it's because it's all my own shit. I have to take it seriously. I can't just leave it up to somebody else. Like, oh, Liam and Limon will sort. No, they fucking will not sort anything out. They'll sort their own shit out and leave me for dead.
We got our own shit to do. I filmed the whole fucking video out of focus this morning. I literally, because it was like a video just talking to the camera. I filmed the whole thing. I'm like, fuck yeah, that felt good. Like, I just got the whole video done, smashed it out. We got a podcast. And then I put my SD card in my computer and I open it up. I'm like, fuck. The whole thing was out of focus. Not like little parts. It was on manual focus, fully out. So I'm like, dude, it's good though. It's actually a good thing.
How do you get around like not being inspired to do all that again? Like, how do you just do it again?
Literally, like, you just have to, because there's two ways you can do it. You can be like, oh, fuck this. Like, this is bullshit. Like, why is this happening? Like, I don't want to do this. Like, this video can just wait. Or you can just be like, okay, whatever. It's really not that bad. I'll just fucking film it again. And
True that,
I literally just don't even waste any more time thinking about it. Fucking rip the SD card out of my computer, don't even eject.
I think it was like rip it in half.
Rip the SD card in half. No, rip it out of the computer, put it back into the camera, and just start recording again, and just
get it done.
Do it.
Literally.
Just fucking do it, because
otherwise you'll just never get done.
No, and you'll spend your time, wasted thinking about, why did this?
Exactly. What's the point? Like,
what do you do?
Getting down about something is like, it's literally a video that's out of focus. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, the exact same thing happened to the podcast as well. We had an entire 1 hour clip of myself and Hayden completely out of focus. And there's been like, just recently, there's been so many times we just completely fucked up one aspect, whether we forgot, like, I couldn't find footage of you in one of the podcasts, so it was literally just your face. And I just said, good enough. This is your face just smiling.
Even if I'm talking about something really dark, I'm like,
Or if it's like a really serious moment, it's just your face, right? And so
we should take in different facial expressions.
Different moods. That would actually been funny.
Like, that's how you just fix problems. It's just like, dude, okay, it's never going to be perfect. I might as well just like improvise and just work with what I got. If you fuck something up, just like taking photos for like a clip that isn't, that wasn't filmed or whatever.
Yeah. And it's a learning experience. Like, now I know to make sure that both cameras are recording. Yeah. Both cameras are in focus to make sure small shit like that adds up.
And it's like, the more that you do this as well, the more that you understand, and the less that you'll forget. But I know that if you don't do something for a little while, let's say we like make podcasts like 3 times a week for like 3 months, right? That's like really good practice and experience, right? Yeah. But let's say then we go all traveling and we stop making a podcast for a month and we come back, we're going to be rusty.
Yeah.
It's also a factor of it as well. Like, sometimes you're just going to have to take a break or whatever, or life just gets in the way and shit just happens. And then when you come back, you're going to have to like go take a little refresher course to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah. It's good though. I like both. Like, I love, because we've been in Melbourne for how many months have we been here for? What, like,
since we got back from Singapore? So end of November we were back here.
Yeah, so 3 months. It feels good. I'm really enjoying just being in Melbourne.
Yeah, same.
But then I'm also keen to like travel a bit.
Yeah. So what do we got this year? I think we've got Tasmania coming up next month.
Yeah,
which is good.
South Korea, potentially, depending on coronavirus.
Yeah, and then we also, I really want to go over to China defending coronavirus as well, but that's
you're
like,
gonna have to wait like
straight up. Fuck that! I straight up don't want to go to China if there's coronavirus there.
I know, it's so fucking annoying because I want to go over and like design merch and crazy shit, right? Because like that's where Daniel's new supplier is going to be. Yeah, and I would love to go check out the factories and stuff. But Daniel was talking to his supplier, and he's like, "Is it really that bad over there?" He's like, yeah, bro, like, we can't even go outside our homes.
What?
Yeah.
Is it actually that bad?
It's like a lockdown. Like, dude,
the military gives you food. They just drop off food to your apartment building, and then you just collect it. That's it. Like, you just get bare essentials.
Uber Eats?
Literally a military Uber Eats, but bare essential, like fucking rice version.
That'll be so interesting.
Yeah. You just get a fucking plastic bag of noodles and fucking kimchi. That's Korean. Whatever, same shit.
Like, no, you get like bok choy and
mushrooms, sprouts.
Yeah, and like pork belly soup served to you every single day.
Pork belly.
Hello, we give you a food today. Okay, thank you.
Oh, fuck. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably ruled out. But yeah, other parts of China are getting affected as well. So, parts of Asia are getting affected as well. Yeah. So, well, actually, the whole world's getting fucked on.
Yeah, who's dying? Who's actually dying from it? Is it
kids?
Is it actually
immune system?
It's either really young kids who are.
It's a flu, bro. It's a really bad flu.
Yeah, it's like it's
like a swine disease.
Yeah, it's either really young kids or more elderly people, like 50 plus years onwards, that are like really heavily affected, because usually our bodies like will be able to.
We're fine.
I know, but it's still your family and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And like even if we get it, like there's a high chance that our family will get it because we're around them, and that's like a probability that you just don't want to play around with.
Yeah, exactly. No, fuck that.
Fuck the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Like coronavirus can go fucking suck a dick.
And get back in your little Corona bottle and get back in that slab in the fridge.
Corona bottle.
Yeah. Fucking Corona bottle.
Yeah, well, apparently their fucking stocks have gone down. Less people are buying Corona. Well, like, think about it. Coronavirus fucking everywhere. This sees like, I'm going to go buy some beer today. Corona. And coronavirus. I'm not going to buy that.
No thanks.
I got to buy Jim Beam or something.
Like, honestly, though, like, Google searches about is coronavirus connected to Corona beer. The amount of Google searches has just skyrocketed.
I know, fucking
it's so funny.
Dude, that would suck for your business. Like, and that's like implemented into history now. Like your fucking business from now on is just going to be associated with a virus.
Dude, imagine there was like the 7th virus or the North virus.
Dude, I would actually spin it. So I would make my ads around the virus. I'd fucking have to. Like, you'd have to adapt. If Corona started adapting to how it is, it'd be even funnier, and I reckon people would start buying it, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, but I don't know if they could because they're like such a big
corporation. Like their ad is you're like a green blob, and you're like, oh, I've got the coronavirus, and then you drink Corona, and it makes you feel better.
Oh my god.
Fuck you know. I'm sorry if anyone's listening and you have coronavirus.
You can't
because family members affected by coronavirus.
Yeah. It shouldn't be so insensitive, but there's like 12 people that listen to this podcast.
Yeah. I don't know. How many people listen to this?
There's a fair amount on the podcast platforms.
How many?
I'd say like
at least 12.
Got to be at least 20.
No, it's a couple hundred. I'd say.
Oh, nice.
Like I think every podcast gets about roughly 1,000 streams.
Oh, that's great. Is that? Wait, how do you tell? Is it on Spotify or what?
No, they tell you like around about like it's like an average of how many people listen. Like through all the different platforms. So you can't actually look into every single platform and which ones are getting more streams and whatnot. But it's an overall, I think it's roughly 1,000 per episode now. Obviously, our first few ones had more, but
well, we don't push it. We never push
really
this podcast.
Don't push it.
We got to push it more.
Yeah, we do. We need to push it more. We did push it on like YouTube and stuff.
I've never pushed it on my YouTube channel.
Neither have I.
I just forget.
It's not even linked in for my YouTube description.
Oh, true. It's not.
True. Yeah.
We got to change that.
Yeah. So okay, that's one thing to fix, but anyway, it's gonna be. I know we already talked about this, but I'm keen for the rest of this year once we launch the merch and stuff. Like this drop, like I know Liam, you and me were talking about like drop the first designs or whatever, see how they go. But obviously, then we'll keep like the normal designs on the website, like a 7E and like a Northborders top and a hoodie. But then also like keep refreshing it and bringing out new designs because you don't want to stay stagnant. And like it's the same principle for like anything that we do. You don't want to stay stagnant doing the same thing because then people expect it to be that way and then it can like drop off.
Yeah.
So I think like always changing it up, like whether it be merch or like maybe like making videos or taking photos, like just changing it up and seeing what else kind of works, moving in a different direction. Yeah,
it's like that video and thumbnail you did the other day, like this lens is sharper than knives. Like a normal thumbnail and caption, like a normal caption might be like shooting night photography on a Sigma 35mm.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make it like, and it worked as well. Like not that like we're going to talk about numbers right now, but we're going to fucking talk about
the fucking numbers.
It's just like that video did like
Hayden
100.
Isn't here.
Yeah, Hayden isn't here. Even though we're in Hayden's house and he's not even here, I'm going to talk about the fucking numbers because I was just trying it out because I was like, okay, I'm going to make a thumbnail and a title that it shows the lens but doesn't say what it is. but I'm still saying it's sharp, and knives near lenses is always like kind of concerning.
Yeah.
But it did really well because obviously a lot of people were interested to see what the video was, just to see what the lens was, because it got like 100K views in 3 days.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But I also noticed a massive drop off rate really quickly because people would have clicked on it, skip. Okay, what's the lens? Oh, okay, goodbye. So that's also like, which isn't like the worst thing that could happen.
No,
like
it's funny.
It's funny, you know what I mean? Like I just saw a massive drop off as soon as I mentioned the lens. It's just like massive drop off in people.
Yeah, that's all right. That's
I don't give a fuck,
YouTube.
but it's a massive part of YouTube.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I'm keen to release this merch and then start getting a bit more hectic designs, going to China and everything. But that's for the future, mate.
Yeah. Future
boys. Yeah.
And then there's possibly, we don't know, with Epidemic Sound, maybe another spring bash this year.
Oh yeah, which is in Stockholm. Which if we go to Stockholm in Sweden, I think we should make a Europe trip and go to like Italy and like Germany and shit.
Stay
and
for
the
a year.
UK.
Should.
Stay for like a month or two.
Definitely a month, I reckon, over in Europe.
Yeah, I reckon a month is, or just maybe 5 weeks, I reckon is like a good amount of time because we can be a bit more settled. Because otherwise, if we go in there for like 3 weeks, that's rushed. You got to try fit all this shit in. Where if you're there for like 2 months, you can like just stay at one place for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
And just chill out.
Yeah, because I want to do like Switzerland. Yeah. That looks fucking sick to drive somewhere there. Germany and the UK.
Yeah. Well, and then we can go see the boys, the Philip and Miguel.
Philip and Miguel, and also Nightscape.
Yeah.
And Ben McLean as well over in UK.
That'll be good. I'm keen.
Yeah, it's massive, man. This year's gonna be another hectic year, I reckon. 2020 is a cool number too.
Yeah. So we should we should do something with that, like whether it's merch or some photography idea, like the idea that it's 2020.
Yeah.
Make a competition maybe based around 2020. I don't know. 2020 vision.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. With the photography kind of stuff. This is how we make our ideas up. Like it's literally just on the spot.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's all about like how you execute them. I mean, I've got like a list here on my phone of a bunch of different like video ideas. I wanted to do this one actually. I shouldn't talk about my ideas and then just like not actually do it. But I think I just need to start this one. But I really wanted to do like a Wish photography. So jump onto like Wish and buy. I saw a drone on there for like $60.
Well, you know what you got to do after this podcast? Just got to go home and start buying shit off Wish and filming yourself.
That's literally what I need to do.
Yeah, just film it.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, it's good. It's interesting with video ideas. Like I find personally, if I think about an idea and write it down and don't execute within like 2 days, it never happens. Like I can remember every single time I've done it. Like I wanted to do that video about shooting old versus new parts of Melbourne. Never did it because I spoke about it too much. Whereas this video that I filmed today, I came up with it last night in bed.
Yeah, and then you film it and then you can say that you filmed it and it's done. And then you go edit it. You know what I reckon is even a better idea? It's like you have a video idea and then you just punch in your diary or your calendar or whatever the day that you're going to go out and film it or whatever, and then don't tell anybody that you're going to go do it. Just do it, and then after it's done, then you can speak about it.
Dude,
that's what I did for the sunrise shoot.
That's great. Yeah,
I just saw in your story. I'm like, oh, Limon's in the city and it's 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great way to do it. And I see you editing the vlog now.
Yeah, because I was debating. I was like, oh, I should probably get up for sunrise. And like, I remember putting in my diary for like, I think Wednesday or something. And I realized the weather was just shit. And I'm like, I'm just not going to do that. But then luckily I checked the next day, like literally, I think it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I was like looking at the weather. I'm like, oh, it's actually going to be good. And I just asked Toby, he's like, yo, do you want to shoot sunrise? He's like, fuck it, let's go.
Because he doesn't sleep anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep. He actually didn't sleep that night as well.
What? That's so bad.
I just still don't understand why he does that. It's just like he would much rather just continue working throughout the night, do whatever he needs to do the next day,
and
then like take like a
half your lifespan
5-hour nap.
Toby, I know you're listening. This is unhealthy. You got to get your sleeping habits better.
You got to eat some turkey before bed. Turkey. Chamomile tea. Yeah,
touch your cork.
Turkey helps you sleep. Apparently,
touch your cork.
Never.
Touch your cork, not go to sleep. Yeah, that's how it happened.
Hey, inappropriate comments.
Oh, what? Well, you don't want to talk about wanking?
No, it's never a PG podcast.
Oh, get fucked. You're not PG.
Yeah.
Well, you never fucking had a wank?
Dude, no.
Oh, your fucking mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. No,
anything else you want to talk about by any chance?
Yeah.
Weird noises.
Yeah, I want to. No, I don't know. I'm doing live streaming now, which is sick. I think we should all start doing it more.
Yeah, that was heaps of fun.
Get some
streaming a live stream
questions, some quick questions. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, did you end up seeing the end part of it or not?
The end part
where I edited the photos.
Oh no, I didn't see that because that was actually like during the night, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was like late though. I ended up doing that later, but no, I'm doing a bit more live streams, which is fun. Like I want to do more, like going out, taking photos, live streaming that, and then live streaming me at home editing. I think if I can do that once a week consistently, that's something I want to do this year. Because it's fun. I love live streaming. You know, I get to connect with the audience, get to
keep you on your toes.
Yeah, literally, just another
very vulnerable. Yeah,
it's very another type of video to do.
Yeah, I remember on Sunday I went to Toby's house to live stream as well.
Oh, how was
his
that?
place? Yeah, like it wasn't anything photography related. It was literally, you know, those like Japanese robots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So so like Toby's really into Gundams, which is those Japanese robots, and you build them yourself. And so like you cut off little plastic pieces and you stick it on top of each other, and then you build a little robot from that. And like I remember I used to do that in the past as well. Like I got ones in my house. I think you've seen it multiple times. No, the Japanese robots, Gundams.
Oh.
Yeah. So like Toby wanted to live stream that, so he wanted to live stream us building it and just like talking to people, listening to music and watching videos at the same time. But I reckon this is something that you could do in the future. Is what Toby has. He's got this program downloaded. I can't remember what it's called.
OBS.
But it's like an add-on to it. It's like Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs.
Yeah, I've got Streamlabs.
Yeah, but like it compartmentalizes, so you can have like a video of you on like one corner, and then you can also have like other things like other screen recordings on another.
Yeah, that's what
it's
I have,
really
bro.
cool. Yeah,
you didn't watch my stream, bro. I've got it.
Yeah, but like you can add in multiple things and like not only that. But it's like it was really interesting to see. And
maybe if you watch my fucking stream, you would know that I've got Streamlabs. Yeah, no, I've got, you have like me, my face, and then like the Lightroom.
Yeah, but like it's not like you can do more than just that. You can like add in a whole bunch of random stuff. Like you can even add like, I think it was like a live wallpaper thingy at the back and stuff. It's just interesting to see.
No, it's cool. You can add like a donation jar. So if someone donates, like a coin drops into it. Like,
that's
heaps of different things. Like custom. I think you have to pay for Prime, which I think it's worth it. But what it is like different noises will come up or different sound effects. So you can have like maybe a shutter speed of like a Sony, like going like if someone donates like $2 or something.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Our mate Riley was doing a live stream the other day.
Yeah.
And he's into gaming and stuff. He plays like Warhammer games. His YouTube name's called Major Kill. And I'm not really even into it, but he just told me and Liam that he's like doing like this like massive stream on his channel, and so me and Liam just tuned in to watch it or whatever. Yeah. And so I'm just commenting fucking shit because I don't even know what he's doing. He's just like running around putting guards everywhere for his little game or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like commenting like, do a flip. And he's like, fuck off, Mike, I'll do a flip for $10. So I donate him $50 and specifically ask him to do like different types of flips. And he goes, fuck, all right, after this game, I'll do a flip. And I watch him just like attempt this backflip, but he like hesitated as soon as he did it. So he just lands on his neck on his bed, but he still gets up and does a front flip straight after. Best $50 I've ever spent. And then later in the stream, he sneezes. So Liam decides to donate him $2 because it comes up on your screen. It goes like, ching, and then like, because like as you're playing the game, like the fucking thing comes up like 7th hero just donated $2, and then in quotations it says, bless you.
But because it's so delayed, it's like this, the donation comes up, it's so delayed. So like he sneezed and then 2 minutes later I say bless you.
And then he thought he meant like just bless you in general, like God bless you, brother. Like not like I just sneezed. Like, oh, bless you too, bro. Like, no, that's not what it's meant.
Sneeze.
Fucking
that's funny.
Anyway, I've got a couple of questions here that I want to talk about. Just some like
real quick before the questions. Let's just get this camera.
Really?
It's 24 minutes.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
What do you mean?
That's not the question. What does manual mode mean, and do I have to learn it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend learning manual mode.
Dude, just learn it. So what it means, I would say, is it gives you full control over your camera, so you can control the shutter speed, the aperture
ISO,
and the ISO.
Yeah.
Which means, and once you learn how to use them, that means you're just going to be able to adapt to different situations really quickly.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing comments on both of our point of view videos, like, wow, you changed those settings like really quickly. And it's just because like we're so accustomed to doing it now, like I don't realize how long I've actually been using a camera for and also manual mode for, because like I remember I used aperture priority because they all mean different things as well. If you have like a DSLR camera or a mirrorless or whatever, it says like M, S, A, and P on there, and they all mean different things. You got like shutter priority for the S1, aperture priority mode, and then manual. With shutter priority, it's just like you can still set your shutter speed, but it would automatically change your aperture, and then aperture, you set your aperture and it changes your shutter speed and stuff. And I remember I used to use that for street photography because you used to use it actually because you're like, oh, it's good for street photography but it still doesn't quite know exactly what you want because it's not manual because you're not setting it. A camera or a computer is only as good as it is taught, you know what I mean? Like as good as it's programmed.
It's programmed. Yeah, I used aperture priority for street photography because I knew I wanted my aperture to be always at like f2.8 or whatever the lowest was, so I could just get sharp photos. But sometimes it wouldn't change it quick enough.
Yeah,
and like I shoot differently depending on the shutter speed. Like if the shutter speed's like 1/40th of a second, I'm gonna try like keep it really still, or like. If I wanted to do a panning shot of a tram,
exactly.
I couldn't do it.
Like
now that like we know how to use manual, it's the best because it's like if you can like visualize a shot in your head and then just change your settings in like a couple seconds and then just bang, but it just comes out of time.
Yeah, it's not just like just start using manual because it's hard. It's not like you just pick up the camera one day and just figure it out. But you figure it out by picking up the camera.
It comes with practice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just like bit by bit, you're like, oh, okay. And like if it's actually the best if you can go out and shoot with someone who does know how to shoot manual.
Yeah.
That would actually be the quickest way for you to learn because you can stand side by side with them and watch how they shoot.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter where it is. Like for work experience, when I was 16 in year 10, I went to a photography studio in Maya. And I was, because my mum used to work for Maya.
Yeah.
And so she got me work experience, like shooting with like how they do like all the product catalogs fucking shit or whatever. And then the photographer there was giving me the camera and just setting it up for me and showing me like how to move the focus around and what it means and how to sort of direct the model. And that was like a really good experience just to like learn how to do that. And I still remember that to this day, obviously. So it's like if you can actually go out and shoot with someone that shoots manual, that will probably progress you the quickest rather than you just like trying to figure it all out by yourself. Yeah. Which is, if you can't, that's also one way to do it is just go out and try and figure it out.
And I remember when I first got my first camera, what I did as well was I actually sat down with the little manual booklet that they gave us and I actually went through all the different focusing modes and actually read every single page. Like it was a bit like, it's quite
a very Limon thing to do.
It's a very
about to say that is
like
Limon.
it is a like you can probably learn just by doing it, but like for me, like sometimes I just really like to be thorough with especially if I'm figuring out something new that I really like just don't understand. Like I like to sit down and just like take my time. So I was just like reading through the manual and seeing what different modes were, and I was just like trying out my room. So obviously I had the camera next to me.
Yeah.
And so I was just like reading through, okay, so what's this focus mode? What's AFS? What's the difference between AFS and AFC? And I would just test it out in my room. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then obviously it's a completely different story once you're actually out in the real world taking photos. So I don't know, you could use that as well. But I think going back to like the whole manual mode itself, like I remember what was really funny was when we went out shooting with Chris and like you would hear him say it. He'll be like, oh man, I don't know how you guys change those settings so fast. I don't even know where to start. And like the first time I heard that and I was like, what do you mean? Like, but then I realized that I've been using a camera for so long now. It's become second nature.
Yeah, of course.
Thing. So it's like for Chris, he needs to just learn for himself and we can obviously help and teach him. So I just 100%. Found that funny.
You just figure out sometimes how like good you are using a camera just because we've used it for so long.
And it also helps when you're editing photos, which is going to be like the next couple of questions I wanted to talk about as well. Like, do you have to edit your photos? Which I think, yes, you can always make a photo look better once you've edited it and brought it.
You don't have to be honest.
You don't have to, but I think that you should.
So imagine you just uploaded raw images to Insta. That'd actually be a cool thing in itself.
Some people like the way that it looks straight out of the camera, though, which is fine. Like I cop shit for it all the time. It's just so funny to think about. Because It's like I've been posting blue photos for over 4 years on my feed. Like I've always just had like a blue feed.
Fetish.
Yeah, fetish. Blue fetish.
Yep.
Blue waffle.
Oh, jeez.
We're all thinking it and I said it.
I
actually was not thinking it straight up.
You motherfucker.
You dirty little fuck.
Oh, dude. Fuck. That's, yeah, go on.
Anyway.
Like the blueberry on top of the waffle.
You remember searching up blue waffle in like secondary?
On like fucking
everyone,
wow.
Do not search that up.
Stop talking.
Search that up.
Stop talking.
What's the question?
Question is, fuck, I've lost my train of thought. No, we don't need to edit. You don't need to edit photos, but some people were like commenting on my photos saying like, oh, I like the before shot better. And it's like, dude, I don't fucking care. And I didn't ask if you like the before shot better. Dude, go down my screen, go down my feed and scroll all the way back and you'll see that I've been posting blue photos because I like the way that it's edited that way. Yeah. But you don't have to do it. I just like the way that it's edited when it's like got a blue tone to it.
Yeah, it's just so funny because everyone has an opinion with editing.
But it's like
with anything actually. Like I remember putting up a story post a while back. It was like, oh, do you rate this edit? And then people were just like, I don't like the reds, it's too saturated. It's like, oh, I reckon you could have filled this frame up with this and that. And I'm just like,
dude, it's so funny because like I feel like it when I was just starting out with photography, obviously it was never like that because it was like no one actually fucking followed me. So nobody cared enough to give me an opinion of what they thought, right? Yeah. So now that there's a lot more people following us, there's just more opinions where it's like, people have always thought this way about photos, but I'm only starting to see it a lot more now just because there's more people following me. I've always been editing this way, but now I'm just starting to see more and more opinions about my work. And it's like, dude, I didn't care when I started and I still don't care now.
Yeah, dude, the comment sections are so interesting. Like, well, they're actually not interesting. They're actually very uninteresting. Most of the time it's just like good photo, great pic. Like, what do you reply to that?
Oh,
like,
dude, I love the YouTube comment section way more. They're way more brutal. Dude,
well, they're way more brutal, but they're also way more
thorough.
I think, there's a bit more
substance.
No, we're gonna use.
You failed school.
Yeah, there's a bit more.
You don't read books and you failed school, so you don't know any words.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my mates to fill in the blanks.
I'm the same. No, some days are good, some days are shit.
But it's like, what do you? Because I hate replying, and I don't do it. I never just go, thanks, man, thanks for like. I don't say that because it's like there's no point. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
You're just trying to make someone's day if you're commenting.
It's like, what do you say?
Yeah, well, unless like someone's actually asking like a genuine question, like someone said like, "Oh, would you ever do a competition again?"
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah,
if they got a bit of like, I love it when people comment on my photos and they have like a bit of substance and it's a bit more detailed. It's like, oh, I like the way you did this and the colors with the photo. Yeah, and then you can actually you can actually reply to it properly
and have a bit more of a conversation. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
But like, I love the YouTube comments as well because like there's just so much diversity and there's also just memes that get made in the comments section. That's where all the banter happens. On one of my recent videos, I posted a video of getting my wheels painted silver because I don't like black wheels. And I wasn't even shitting on black wheels that much. I was just like, I don't really like black wheels because I can't really see the detail on them or whatever. And then I get my wheels painted silver. And there was like a good 50-50 split on people that both loved and hated silver wheels, and the amount of fucking shit going down in my comment section was amazing. It was a fucking beautiful sight. So and then some guy, I was driving my car just to the location yesterday. Yeah. I'm at the lights. I'm just like, me and Limon trying to figure out if we should go left at these lights or keep going straight. And this guy pulls up next to me and he goes, "Oh, North, the black wheels were better." And we start fucking having banter and talking shit to me. And we start having a full on fucking argument at the lights. The lights go green. And I'm still yelling at this guy that the silver wheels are better and it looks more clean. Yeah, but it's so funny. It was fun. No, I love the banter. It's great. Good. I live for the banter. And I was also thinking about this the other day, but I reckon out of the four of us, I'm probably the most hated because I have the most opinions.
You reckon? I reckon you're, I don't know. I think you don't have a filter sometimes. You just don't give a fuck.
Dude.
And sometimes you do things that you just shouldn't do. But like, you just do it anyway.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Like, it's not bad things. It's just like, I think you, out of all of us, you have the least filter.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's not a bad thing.
What do you do? Nah, it's not a bad thing at all. Yeah. It's the way that I am.
I reckon Limon's like got the most filter.
Yeah, well, you have the least amount of opinions on your YouTube channel.
I think me and Hayden, Hayden's got very, I don't know, it's more like positive stuff and tries to motivate.
It's more like self-help kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I'm just fucking out of it all the time. I'm just like,
Fucking hell. Remember when we used to travel and you just like, it's like you got chronic fatigue as we traveled. It was ridiculous.
Dude, I remember that, yeah. I remember like whenever we traveled, it'd be like the third day where I just wouldn't get out of bed. I'd be like, fuck this. Like, I'm so ruined.
I remember that shit. That was so funny when we used to go if anyone that's thinking about like that want to get into travel a bit more, just remember that there's more travel expenses than just a flight. Because me and Liam didn't know that. The first time we traveled somewhere, we were 16 or 17 and we went up to Sydney.
And that was huge for us.
That was huge. Yeah, it was 17. And we weren't of age yet because your legal age to be an adult here is 18 in Australia. Yeah. So after 18, like that's when you're considered. That's where you can go to jail, basically. But basically, Liam and I had never traveled anywhere by ourselves or with our mates, and we decided to book some flights to Sydney for a week. And we get there, and we're trying to, what were we trying to do? Get into our hotel.
Trying to get into our hostel.
Our hostel. We were staying at a hostel. That's right. It was like $40 a night or something.
I think it was 25 a night.
Oh, 25 a night for bunk beds. Like a private, literally the room was like a 2 by 4 meter room.
Dude, it was
smaller than this.
It was space for 2 bunk beds, but they only had one in. So that gives you a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other side was a drying rack. So it was half drying rack the room, and then there was a TV mounted to the wall next to the bunk beds, and then a tiny little window to look out. It was actually pretty good for $25 a night, I've got to admit. And the room was all clean and everything was great. And then you had to share a bathroom with everyone on the level. But apart from that, it was great for $25, right? So luckily, I think my mum paid for that one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. I can't even remember, but I know that we just paid for the flights, which was like $70 up to Sydney, right? And then we just brought a little bit of money for food, which was just like so not enough money.
Brought like $100.
Liam brought even less than me as well. So he actually, I remember you running out of money. But before that, I had to fucking start paying for your meals. We had to steal shit and stuff.
Dude, that was so.
Anyway, just before that, we were trying to check into our hostel, and we weren't. You have to be 18 or over because they check your ID or whatever, right? And so I grew out my beard for this because I thought this might have happened. I could still grow facial hair when I was 17, just to give you an idea of how hairy I am. And we rock up to this hostel. I say to Liam, I'm just going to say that I forgot my wallet or whatever on the plane. And then Liam's like, oh, wait, I've got my brother's ID. I can say that that's me.
Yeah.
Because like,
my brother was 18 at that point.
But you guys didn't really look like that too far apart. So it was like kind of believable, I guess. So we get there and they ask for my ID and I'm like, oh, sorry, I left it on the plane. They're like, okay, we just need something just to put it down for the room. I didn't know how it worked. This is the first time we ever checked into a hotel or something. So just literally needed, like, it probably didn't even matter that we weren't 18, to be honest.
Oh, I think I actually do remember them saying, bro, because it's a hostel, you have to be 18.
Oh,
I
really?
Remember. She was like, so you 18? I'm like, yep.
Which is not 18 at all.
So handing in my brother's ID. I'm like, holy shit, if this works, this is going to be fucking amazing. Because I just didn't think we looked alike at all.
Oh, but it did work. And also, by the way, the stakes, just to raise the stakes a bit more for this whole trip, my dad didn't know I was in Sydney because he had like a real phobia of me like traveling. Like my dad is like a helicopter mum. My mum's super chilled like a dad, and my dad is like the mum, like just like super overprotective. Right, and didn't want me like traveling anywhere by myself, and just got like super scared. So I told him, I went up to, I think was it
Mount Buller.
I was up into snow with my mates. Just still in Melbourne. No, I'm still here, just up in the snow. So I got low reception. Can't talk to you, mate. Can't talk to you.
And then did he ask you when you got back though? Was he like, well, how was the snow?
Yeah, he was. He was like, how was the snow? I was like, what? Oh yeah, the snow. The snow was great. Love the snow. Yeah. But anyway, so we're in Sydney, and so we decided to go out shopping, get some snacks or whatever. I think we had some snacks with us or whatever. We're like, okay, we need to go get some dinner, right? So we're like counting up our money and stuff to figure out how much we have together. We realized that we have to get transport tickets as well. Our transport cards here, the Mikeys, don't work in Sydney. So we had to buy those. So that just set us back 1/10 of our fucking budget to spend $10 on a travel card. We ended up jumping the gates to most train stations.
Yeah, we couldn't
afford the train. We couldn't afford to take the train.
We're just nah, fuck that.
Nah, fuck that. It's $6 to go. Nah, no fucking way. Anyway, and then I remember, so stupid. We one of our mates there that we were catching up with, I won't name drop anyone, but they were like, oh, do you want to come run tunnels with us? Literally the hour that we got there. And so we had to go meet up. We had to go get our train ticket or whatever, eat some food, and then go meet up with our mates because they were going to run into this tunnel or whatever. And I thought it was just I don't know, definitely not what we were about to run into kind of tunnel, but I thought just maybe a tunnel that cars drive through or something, or maybe an outer service tunnel or something. But no, they meant the full on city loop through Sydney.
Underground
train tunnels, in service fucking train tunnels, right? And then Liam and I were we're just stupid fucking kids.
I think we were 16 at this point, bro.
Yeah, maybe 6. I think you were 17, I was still 16.
Yeah.
I think something like that. We were really young. And then we just probably thought we were invincible, and no one got hurt, but it was just we were literally half a meter away from trains going past us, standing in the manholes of the train tunnels and stuff. Yeah, if you scroll down long enough to our feed, you'll see it.
So stupid, but
definitely do not do that. It's just not worth it. Cool photos, looks cool,
but that's it.
Not worth risking your life,
dude. I never think with photography, I never think it's worth risking your life for a photo.
No way.
Never. It's not worth it. Dude, people have actually died. Who are trying to get cool shots. Yeah, died. Heaps of people have died,
and you wouldn't even know that it's not even you that's going to suffer because you wouldn't know. You're dead. It's everyone else around you that has to take that.
Exactly.
That has to live with that now because you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's never any, it's no shot is nothing is worth risking your life for that. That's fucking stupid. Yeah. It's your life. Yeah. And you have one shot.
Yeah.
And then Eminem starts playing. You only got
one shot.
Mom, spaghetti. You got spaghetti on it.
Oh, fuck. I feel like spaghetti, bro.
Wait, some spaghetti.
If you could eat anything right now, what would it be?
Ramen.
Whoa.
Oh, that was
yeah, my voice breaks when I say,
You're Japanese.
Very good. Very good.
Sugoi.
Oishi. All right. What were we saying?
Talking about Sydney and traveling, actually. Make sure you just bring some cash with you because traveling can be expensive.
Yeah.
That's another question, actually, we got a lot of the time. It's how can you guys afford to travel? We don't. We get it sponsored most of the time.
I don't get sponsored. I just use my own money.
That's only recently, bro, in the past year.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Well, otherwise you just work and you save and then you go and travel. That's it.
Dude, it's not hard. The thing, you have to work. You can't just get money from fucking nowhere. You
pick
work
it up from the ground. Oh.
Yeah. You don't go out. You can't go out partying every weekend and having all these luxuries and expect to be able to save money and travel. It's just not how it works.
Yeah, and also if you're working a job that isn't paying you enough, instead of trying to ask for a raise, if you have to be doing a lot of work to be asking for a raise.
Yeah.
But try picking up a side hustle. Yeah. Try and flip some shit. Buy some shit on Facebook Marketplace, flip it. Gary Vee does heaps of that shit. You could pick up a side hustle washing cars or something.
That's what I did.
Mow lawns and shit.
I did mow lawns at one point. That's not how I made any money, but I did event photography. So I worked not full time. I worked 3 days a week and then did event photography as well and did YouTube on the side. So make money through events because event photography is so fucking easy and so good to make money. You can charge easy 100 an hour.
Yeah.
Do 4-hour event, and edit the photos in an hour. You just worked 5 hours and made $400.
You could literally say I usually charge 100 an hour, but I'll do it for 75, which is still really good money.
75 an hour, dude. And you do 2 events a week, bro, you're looking at $800 as a side hustle.
Yeah. And that's just using a camera. That's a lens paid off straight there. Yeah.
Yeah. People just have this, I don't know. I guess you just don't think about it unless someone tells you. And
money's only good when you use it as well. You know what I mean? Fucking money just sitting in your bank account too. If you're trying to it's good to save as well, but it's also good to go out and experience stuff too. Yeah, you know what I mean? I would not be in this position right now without having the experience of my past job and also the amount of traveling that I've done to different places, learning about different cultures and just being in different scenarios that aren't just my hometown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like if you do actually have a bit of money saved up, just go and travel somewhere. You don't have to spend all your money, but it's like don't live your life to not spend anything, you know what I mean? And just save everything. You need to have a balance. Yeah, exactly. You need to have a balance. Like at least I think so. Like I don't
100%, bro. 100%.
I don't think that it's worth because money sitting in your account, like that's not good until you spend it. Like it's not good for anything until you spend it.
Exactly. Like money is literally nothing. Like it's what you can do with the money that you know.
And more money just gives you more opportunities to do stuff. But if you have money or you don't, it's not that hard to go out and get some jobs and make money. It's just about putting in the hours and putting in the actual work to do it. But it is possible.
Yeah, definitely.
You can travel anywhere you want, mate. Do anything you want.
You can go to Sweden if you want.
You just got to put in the hours.
Put in the hours.
But also, it's not just getting the flights. It's like so much more than that. It's like there's also like your Uber to the airport or however you're getting there, and then Uber from your hotel or from when you get off the plane to your hotel, wherever your destination is, the hotel itself, your food, your transport around, if you're taking Ubers everywhere or cabs or something, or you get jumping on a train or a bus.
Experience, like if you want to go to like, I don't know,
hot air ballooning or a museum or whatever,
little
gifts. Everyone whenever you go somewhere, everyone's going to be like, oh, get me something. It's like, nah, man, I'm on a fucking budget. I'm not getting you shit. I'll get you the fucking Swedish leaf. Bring you back some fucking tambak from the Swedish playground.
That's actually illegal because it will be quarantined.
We'll have coronavirus in the tambak.
Yeah, it would.
Fucking would, true that. Well, I'll go steal a stop sign and bring that, but I still get quarantined. Oh, that happened actually once outside my house. It wasn't a stop sign. One day when I was riding my bike, I was a kid. I used to go out at like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, go take photos and stuff, right? And I was going out one night, and then there was 3 guys, one guy on a ladder and 2 of them holding the base of the ladder, just unhooking this sign near my street.
What sign?
Just the street name sign. No, don't say yeah, cut that out.
Sorry, that's definitely
go on.
I'll have to. 47. It's okay. I have to blip that shit out.
I'm like, oh wait, where you live? Yeah, sorry, go on.
I think it was like Jake Street or something. You know?
Why would they want to whole pole as well?
No, not the pole, just the sign, just the street sign. Because you know it says it says street names. Because they're on a fucking ladder. He's like, reach him, he's got his fucking screwdriver, just fucking unhooking this thing. And so I do a loop around my bike. And I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? They're like, oh, our mate used to live on this street. He's turning 21, so we're just gonna steal this thing for him, dude. What fucking friends though? Like think about it that way. Your 21st birthday, your mates have gone out in the middle of the night on a ladder, fucking risk getting caught by the cops. Like you know how fucking illegal that is as well. Yeah. They've chipped off this fucking sign just to watch you smile. That's fucking friendship right there. You know what I mean? That's pretty funny. And then every time you look at that, you're gonna look at you're gonna think about the hardship they went through just to get a fucking street sign. That's amazing.
Do you reckon some street signs get put up like on the poles really high just so that people can't steal them?
Especially generic names like Hughes Street. Like imagine how many people have last names Hughes or Hugh. Like that's such a common name. James. Yeah, Smith. Yeah. Like could you imagine how many times they get stolen? Well, fair enough. If I saw Mike Street, I'd fucking want that shit. That's dope.
North
Street. North Road. Bring back one of those massive signs that are on like the nature strip to show because they're like main roads.
Yeah, on like the freeway.
Well, my birthday's coming up, boys. You know what to get me.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, because we self-incriminate because the police are going to listen to this podcast and go, "Oi, you said this," and then you
stole. You're going to storm into my house and see a North Road fucking massive 3 by 1 meter sign in my room in the background of all the videos.
Room to move around.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Same. Let's wrap it up here. That was a good 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's literally 49.
50 minutes.
Yeah. I'm pretty good with my time, aren't I?
Yeah, good job.
Validate.
Yeah, but that will be the end of this little podcast. Remember to check us out on a whole bunch of random platforms. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Alexa, Stitcher. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like, comment, subscribe. We're on.
I feel like you haven't fucking spoken this whole podcast. I feel like we just like the only time you spoke was the intro and the outro. We just talk too much. I'm sorry.
Look, it's fine. Like I actually like. It's just fun observing Honestly, that's just
you love being the MC, don't you?
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy doing this. And like, if I don't speak much, like whatever, who cares? It's just,
Don't fucking bully Limon. If he doesn't want to speak, he's not going to speak, right?
Like,
that's it.
I go through the comments from time to time. Yeah, it's pretty funny. People have just been saying like, I just don't speak much. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of people say that I have a very nice podcast voice.
Hayden speaks too much.
Yeah.
It's the meaning behind everything.
I love the personality difference here though. I love it's so funny.
Don't hate me.
Yeah, it's just interesting because like I feel like Limon's just like on a completely different playing field, very thorough. Like even going back to like what we were talking about with the like the little manual with the cameras and stuff.
Reading a whole camera manual.
Like that is a very Limon thing to do. Yeah. Liam and I would know the manual's there, maybe read a little bit of it,
dude,
but not fucking.
That. Dude, I wouldn't want to read anything, but the less I can read, the happier I am.
Yeah, dude, that's like Liam and my mentality as well. And then Hayden would be like, "Wait, there's a manual?" Like, just not know.
What do you mean there's a manual?
What do you mean, like? Okay.
But he would just somehow already know how to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I love the differences in personality. It's what makes our group our group.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just what makes us us.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Oh, remember at the end of the podcast, we wanted to shout someone out.
Oh, what about the question thing?
Oh, yeah. Do we ever get email questions?
The question.
We're supposed to read out the stories.
Yeah, because on what we were doing is we've got a section where we read out emails.
Your stories that you send us.
Yeah.
So if you want to send us a story, so what's the email again?
How little we do this. I've just forgotten the email.
It's betweentheframespodcast@gmail.com.
So if you want to send us a story, it can be about anything. It can be about relationships. It can be about photography, anything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just send us a story.
We'll talk about it.
And we'll give our shit opinions on it.
Yeah, we'll give our shittest advice on it.
Yeah.
But this is the only question we have at the moment. Okay,
right.
We got one.
So
it's good.
Yeah, it's from Timothy Marusenko. Hello, I recently moved to the other country, the Netherlands, and I don't really know Dutch. Okay. What do you suggest to make friends / find clients? And also the thing to mention is that I live in a kind of a small city compared to Amsterdam.
Right. Well, I guess kind of doesn't help you to speak the language. I was going to say maybe just...
Well, surely they speak English over there.
Go to some events. That's what I would be doing. Go through Facebook and just go events happening near you. I'm sure there's stuff going on in like a little town, whether it's photography related or like maybe even art related or something, or like some sort of creatively related events that like happen all the time. I'm sure there's got to be something.
Or like a workshop, like go attend a workshop, like a photography workshop, because you'll be meeting, I don't know, people who... Wait, does he want to find clients or just network?
He said clients and friends.
I think friends is the best way to get clients. Yeah. So you'd start off by getting friends, which I would be doing a number of things. I'd be trying to go to events. I'd be DM people on Instagram that live in the Netherlands and are photographers, which you could go through like a hashtag or like places on Instagram and just go like Netherlands photos and then just go through go through that and then just start looking. That actually works anywhere. Actually, it doesn't matter where you are. You could just type in like where you are, what part of the city you're in. Like I could type in Melbourne photographers and just start going through that and finding people that I like, that I think I like their styles, and maybe I think one of their captions is funny or whatever. I feel like I'd get along with them, send them a message, see what they're up to or whatever, see if they're going on any shoots. And that's like a great way to like get involved in the little community of your city and meet some people that they would probably know other people as well if they live there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't really have anything to add. I don't know why I started speaking.
That's all right. I guess in terms of the language barrier, like I'm pretty sure people speak English in the Netherlands.
Yeah,
that have
people
to.
speak
English is like one of the most common. Common ones. Sorry to interrupt real quick about this, but you know what's funny? I didn't realize how much Spanish is like a common language to speak.
Where?
Just in general. If you look in the global top 50 songs, they're all fucking Spanish.
Really?
I'm not even kidding you right now, bro. They must love dancing and listening to music.
Maybe they're just really good at...
Well, they are, because like literally I'm just hearing like... fucking, I can't speak Spanish, but I'm just hearing this fucking Spanish songs come on. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is funky. I like this. I start twerking against the wall.
I guess
anyway,
I guess in terms of the language barrier, like I'm sure you should be able to use English, but
just speak Spanish, be different.
Yeah, or at least learn like the bare basics
Amsterdam.
of Amsterdam.
I'm fluent in 4 languages: Amsterdam, Russia. Fluent in
Greek?
Russia.
That's actually
good one.
You know, like I went to Greek.
Yeah,
I went to the language.
Hey, dude, I've just got
went to
back from
Greek
holiday.
school.
I went to Greek.
yeah.
Greek school. Greek school is the thing, bro.
I know, I'm just saying things that are actually things.
Oh. Shut the fuck up. Let's end this podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that was our shit little section of advice.
It's the fucking worst part of the podcast.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
Would be. Oh,
Send your fucking shit. I don't what do you call it? A question,
Anything,
stories,
story.
anything. Send actually anything
Send
you want.
anything.
Because just more than one person has to send something into this email.
Yeah.
It's the worst part of the podcast. So if you want to be featured on the worst part of the podcast, just send something into the Between the Frame. What's it called? What's the email?
Yeah.
That's a bit cocky then.
No, betweentheframespodcast@gmail.com.
Send it into them.
Between the Frames podcast @gmail.com.
Yes.
Is it COM and then com?
Shut the fuck up.
All right. See you later.
Yeah. Okay.
Press the button.
Did I do the
The shout
you
out.
did.
shout out? Oh, should we do the shout out?
Oh, the shout out.
What's the shout out?
Remember, this was said in the very first episode where we were like, we'll shout someone out that helped us out along the way or something, or just like something, just can be anyone. Doesn't even have to be like Instagram, photography, YouTube related, just anyone that's helped us out recently that we can shout out. So
Shout out to Custom Promotions and CK Creative.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
Mostly. Like that's who I've been working with
Helping us
closely.
with the merch.
Yeah.
True.
That's like the big, and Hilux Owners Club, Daniel Bove,
Yeah.
has been helping us out with our website on Liam and my end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's been awesome.
So probably those 3 people.
Yeah.
What about you, Limon?
I'm gonna go weird and just like who? Oh, I'm gonna shout out that guy that we met when we were eating ramen. He does like what he does is he actually just does POV live streams. So he just
that guy.
So he just like streams.
He just does point
he
of
just
view.
has like a point of view. Just walks around the city and strikes up conversation with people with a GoPro, and he puts that up on YouTube.
Yeah, his
That's
whole
pretty cool.
channel is
That's what
just
he does.
point of view. So it's just like, you know that video we watched of people walking around New York?
Yeah,
It's just that, but like with a GoPro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, and he's like,
his Instagram is howispov.
Yeah.
That's so shout out to him. He
Nice.
was really nice when he came up to us, and it's just like an interesting thing that he does. It's cool. I
Dude,
respect it.
I know Liam and I were talking about this. Like, if you do anything, it doesn't matter what you do, but if you just document it as much as possible and just put it together on YouTube, it will eventually go off if you just keep doing it.
100%. If you're consistent, if you're uploading at least once a week and you just document anything, it could be fucking documenting plucking out your fucking eyebrow hairs. It doesn't
Literally,
matter.
like YouTube is such a weird space that I find just I see this one guy just reviews old Cartoon Network shows. That's
Really?
it. That's all he does. He just goes, how did they let this happen? And then just finds a segment of like just some random shit that happened on Cartoon Network, and I'm like, it's just like 1 minute videos. Like that's it. But like they go off, like the fucking video had like 4 million views. I was like, shit. Because I saw it was like Total Drama Island. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah. World tour.
Yeah, world tour.
Fuck yeah.
Like, Mom, I'm gonna be famous.
I wanna be famous. All right, let's fucking end this podcast.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.